Hello and welcome. I'm Jen, and on behalf of Vista Wellness Center, I am bringing you this yoga practice. This practice will be in our YouTube video library, Vista Wellness Center, and you can watch it as many times as you'd like. You can comment on it, like the video, and of course, subscribe to our channel. All right, so today's practice is a two-part practice. The first practice part is moving our bodies with breath-aligned movement, with a sound of Ram, spelled R-A-M, and our bodies will feel a little more spacious for the breath to move easily. Our bodies will feel more relaxed so that we can have an easier one-pointed focus, and that will prepare us for part two, which is the guided visualization. And during this class, both parts, we'll be keeping in our awareness and in our heart song the right attitude, the proper action, and the opportunity to live in abundance. And in the Indian tradition, there's a word called dharma. And dharma is when we are living in harmony with our internal bliss and the life we want to live. So really bringing the external and internal into a union. Okay, so please come to a standing position if you're not there already, and we will get ready for our practice. So once you've landed on the space that you're going to be moving in, you want to look down at your feet, preferably bare feet. And as I'm looking down, I'm realizing that, yes, I do have some props here. I always like to have props, especially when I'm not sure how my body is going to react to some of these things at this time. And also just to give a display of things that we have here and that I usually use when I need props. They can all be substituted with your own folded blanket towels. Blocks can be substituted for hardback books. You can have a chair. Yeah, so if you're now looking down at your feet and you think you need some support and props, grab them. All right, so see if you can spread your toes and ground down into what I'll call the press points of the feet. So the left side of the foot, the right side of the foot, and the back left and the back right. So 2 points in the front, 2 points in the back. And feel your feet ground down and press into the floor below you, and let your legs activate as well. And then feel a firmness in your inner thighs, awareness in your pelvic floor area where you will also be engaging for muscular core attention and safety. And then, of course, the low abdomen. So sensing firmness and groundedness, but then also sensing an upliftment, a lightening as the upper body lengthens skyward. And you'll find your mountain pose. And then to become a little more receptive to our heart full of abundance, we can have our palms facing forward or open. And please connect with your breathing. You may choose to close your eyes as long as you still feel stable in doing so. And let this be full, deep, even breathing where you're not limiting the recruitment pieces that make this breath so full and nice. So belly, ribs, and chest come into this practice, aware of their movements and how they feel. Yeah, and then maybe beginning to sense that as you inhale, there is a natural, energetic feeling of lengthening and lightening skyward. And as you exhale, there's a natural, energetic feeling that you may sense as you ground down. And it's in this stability that we will begin to move into sun breath arms. As you're ready with your next inhale, lift your palms up. Follow your gaze. Peek at your hands as they touch. And then as you exhale, you're opening and lowering your arms, adding your chin tuck. Inhale. And exhale. Continue. Good, let's add on. We'll now inhale as we have been doing, and we'll bend the knees with the exhale as the arms continue what they're doing. And the next time you bend your knees, can you take your hands out in front, lift your heels, and come down low enough so that you're now closer to the floor and the earth? Find your comfort level here and know that your props are nearby if needed, and move your feet, turning your toes out slightly so that you can perhaps settle onto those four corners of each foot. If you can bring your palms up together, you can add this little touch of pressing the outer upper arms into the inner knees and get really long in the spine. You may feel like your head wants to move and create some space in your neck and perhaps your shoulders. Nice deep breathing. Taking your right hand to your right thigh, reach your left arm out in front and over. Let your head drop into the position that feels supportive. And then switch that over to the other side. And one more time back to center. Incorporating Ram. Feeling pleased, dear one. Ram, 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 Ram. As you're ready, putting your hands down, letting your knees move inside those arms now, and then moving down onto a hip. Taking the left leg out and tucking the right foot into the left thigh. Situate yourself. Keep breathing in a way that is supportive. And then take your gaze to your toes, see them point and flex, and then let that foot land in a flex position with a heel press. And then turn your spine so that you begin to face that leg. And when we are ready with an exhale, begin to lower down. Breathe with awareness and notice your sensations. Rise up when you're ready with your next inhale, and then let your next exhale help carry you into a spinal twist. Feel the flexibility of your spine. Do not judge if you feel a nook or cranny that feels a little tight or irritated. Just allow yourself to be here without judgment. That is what also helps to create the proper attitude for your practice. And then other side, check in with the toes and feel all of that as you move your foot. Slight rotation towards that leg. You might observe that this side is different than the other side, but it's nothing to be upset about. You may just spend a few more moments on the side that needs it. Rising up on inhale. And then exhaling into the twist. Here as well, on the exhale, the shoulders drop down if they're not already. May this help balance our nervous system towards that calming place. Great. You'll unwind your spine. You'll draw that knee in as you turn, hands onto the mat. And then knees stacked under the hips and hands stacked under the shoulders. Now you'll have some time to explore your movements, as many movements of your spine that you can feel access to. So let it be a very natural roll and shift from side to side. Breathe with awareness. And we'll practice together, but in our own flow. Good. When you feel like you're satisfied and you've evened out in all those various spaces, you can take your hips back towards your heels and find the position of child's pose that supports you. Holding your child's pose without holding your breath, and realizing that in order to bridge the external and internal worlds, we need time and we need space and patience in poses like child pose that give us that introversion and hopefully safety to be able to observe and to get into that, or at least onto the path to the wellspring in the heart. When you are ready, bring yourself up from child's pose and come into kneeling hero pose. So in this particular version, if you need a block or a book, you could certainly prop yourself up. What does your hero look like to you, or how are you a hero to yourself? If you have support, keep it nearby. Moving into the Lakshmi pose, that left knee and foot will pivot behind and your back left buttock will land there, or you might need that block of support underneath. And then depending on your flexibility here will depend on how close you bring that knee. Right hand holds the ankle. Inhale helps us lengthen and rise skyward, and exhale helps us ground down. And left hand can rest on the heart. Move with awareness as you are ready to the other side. And feel how the back foot is facing up, representing our connection to spirituality. Left foot connecting down, grounding with our earth energy. Again, an example of how we can live in harmony in the internal and external worlds. And from here, we'll come down through that partial hero's pose. And then from your table, send your forearms, elbows, palms, and fingers down. And then send your legs back. Finding your Sphinx pose. Get comfortable. Ground down through your thighs, your pelvis, and your low belly, and see if you can lengthen out of your hips so that your legs grow a little bit longer. Lengthen out of your spine. And on an exhale, lower down. Stack your arms, turn your head to one side. Lift your head, turn, rest the other side. Back to center. Reactivating through your core as needed and letting your forehead rest on the space below you. Arms and hands and fingers, as well as legs, feet, and toes, are long. On an exhale, re-engage through core. And on an inhale, lift. And on an exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. From here, when you're belly down next time, hands come to the chest, beside the chest, pressing yourself up into your hero. Be aware of your breathing and the presence of yourself in this moment. And then preparing for a position on your back, and then moving on to your back. Feel your back supported. Let your head rock side to side. And start to pull your heels in towards your fingers and lengthen your fingers towards your heels, preparing for bridge roll. Keeping in mind and in heart that we're bridging our internal and external worlds, and we're actually opening to bridge our heart and our minds with this pose. Exhale, active engagement and firmness through inner thighs, pelvis, and belly. And as you follow the rhythm of your breath, that will guide the rhythm of your movements. Feel free to hold the bridge or add a variation of your choice. And then when your back meets the floor again, right leg out, left leg in. And that leg down, right leg in. Any other movements that feel supportive for you shall be taken now. And let it also feel like a preparation for moving into part 2 of this practice, your guided visualization. So we had our movement practice, and hopefully you're rolling right into this part. And you can be in your Shavasana position on your back, all nestled in, or you can be seated in a chair. Choose any position where you find the most comfort and make sure you won't be disturbed. It's a short practice. You can do it with your eyes open or closed, focusing on a picture, a color, a candle flame, whatever feels best. You can do it looking in a mirror at yourself. So when we are born, we are gifted breath. We are gifted limitless joy and fulfillment. And as we move through our lives, our experiences begin to shape our trail. And sometimes there's smooth, gentle slopes, and then sometimes there are rocky, hazardous cliffs and things that we are aware of. And when we are on those rocky cliffs or in those challenging spaces of life, we sometimes seek external comforts, whatever it might be. Going on vacation, eating ice cream, purchasing a warm, comfy sweater, you name it. But I believe that our abundance is so magnificent on the inside that we don't need the outside. But what we might really need to do is bridge the external and internal worlds and find balance there. And that again is that living your dharma, living with your internal bliss while you are existing in the life that you are meant to live. So when we can bridge the external and internal worlds, we can touch base more easily with the attitude of gratitude. And that's a place where we can also move with courtesy and truth. And then from here, we travel that journey, we travel our trail, our path to and from the treasure of the heart, the abundance. So we're going to move into a visualization where I will guide you. And if you lose track of my voice while you are practicing, that is okay. Know that focus, intention, visualization, and meditation is scientifically proven to help change your brain or change your mind, so to speak. So what you think, you become. So why not think you're awesome, joyous, and abundant? So as you are in your comfortable space, receive these affirmations. I live in abundance. I am secure with my self-esteem. I am taking time to rest so I can do my best. I am filled with good health and joy. I will share and serve. You may choose one of these affirmations when it is time in our visualization, or let one arise and blossom from your heart source. Be aware of your body in this moment. Feel your body in the space around you. And bring it closer to you by feeling the air on your skin and the clothing touching your skin. Notice if there is any movement in your body as you breathe through your nostrils. I am relaxing and feeling safe. May you feel relaxed and safe. I choose my affirmation. My affirmation is, repeat your affirmation as it is happening in this moment, as it is true now. Feel your affirmation, strengthen your intention to feel abundance. See a mental picture of you with your affirmation, wherever it is that you want to be with that, in the space you're in right now, in a space of make-believe. Know the scene in detail. See where you are. Are your senses alive? Is there anything you can feel here or smell? Hear, taste, see. Enliven your senses to what you are experiencing. Feel your environment safe and full of opportunities to live this goal, this intention, this affirmation. Engage your senses as deeply as possible as you confirm again your affirmation. Open to feel joy, fulfillment, and abundance. And rest in this space as long as you can. Peace and blessings.